hectic. It's been calming when I get a good hand, then I'm good again, but it's up and down.
Nice hand, bud. Woo!
It's kind of a roller coaster.
Welcome back to the World Series of Poker main event telecast presented by Gentleman Jack. While Mark Newhouse's historic run is the biggest story, the impressive performances of our remaining first-timers also big news. Scott Mahin is a construction supervisor from Elk Point, South Dakota, who had exactly 0 posted tournament results before the main event.
Here's a news flash. Scott Mahin is not on Twitter. Come on, they got to have Twitter in Elk Point by now. Next thing you're going to tell me is that he's not even on Instagram.
Mahin was dealt Queen-8 suited, and Doni Larabe from Spain mid-raised under the gun with pocket nines, Mahin in the big blind. And he calls for 200 grand more.
How much are you playing? Like 3 million behind?
Yeah, close to it.
Flop 7, Jack 6. Flush draw for Mahin. Pocket nines are still best for Larabe. Mahin checks.
Larabe, youngest player left in the field at 22. Mahin, second oldest at 47.
Larabe, 22 years old, already his second main event. He bets 450,000. And Scott is all in for almost 2.8 million, and Larabe folds immediately.
They keep picking on the donkeys, and the donkeys keep kicking back. Mahin showing no fear, willing to get it all in with a big draw, and he gets Larabe to lay down the best hand.
I have a lot of people behind you. Where are you from?
South Dakota, Elk Point, South Dakota.
Oh, okay.
A couple guys, them guys over there flew in.
Mahin making a name for himself here at the main event and also for the place he calls home.
Elk Point's about 1,500 people. It's a very, very hometown. Everybody knows everybody. It's a very nice little small, quaint community. There is no poker community down there. It's just local guys play once in a while. But I've watched the World Series of Poker for as long as it's been on and always thought about playing in it, but I could never afford it. And a friend of mine came in my bar one day and he says, we got to do this. We'll find some investors. And I asked some other friends and they said, yeah, let's do it.
All in?
It did not hit me until I saw the painting on the stairs in the front of the Rio. And I looked at my girl and says, we're here. There's the World Series of Poker. This is the Rio. When I walked through the doors and saw all the people, it was crazy. That was just mind-blowing. To have all them people in one area, one building, it was just astounding how big it was. But then when you get to a room, it's a poker tournament. It's still just poker players playing against each other, and I'm one of them. When I sat down at the table, I got calm. Before and after was when it was nerve-wracking for me. But as soon as I hit the table, then I was fine, because then I could relax and play cards. I don't know how deep I'll go, but if I get any farther, it's just gravy.
What I love about Elk Point, 1 elementary school, 1 middle school, 1 high school, 1 zip code, no traffic.
And Scooby-Doo's in the house.
My Scooby-Doo's coming.
I didn't know Scooby-Doo was big in Brazil.
Bruno, how much money are you spending on them every day?
I'm just kidding.
Going to spend a little more money. Scott Mahin already has made fairy tale money. He doesn't seem to fear being knocked out. Ace-King here.
Elk Point's motto is where South Dakota begins. The Lewis and Clark expedition made camp in Elk Point in 1804. Lewis and Clark, that had to be a good heads up.
So with Ace-King, still the short stack at this table, a raise to 450,000 from Mahin. Fold it around to Mark Newhouse. Jack and King.
Newhouse born in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Chapel Hill's motto, the southern part of heaven. That would make Silver Spring, Maryland, I believe, the northern part of heaven.
Well played, sir. And a re-raise from Newhouse to 1 million. Another first-timer, Tom Serra, kicks it in. Politano now, Scooby-Doo's trainer.
Newhouse tries to push everyone around, so Mahin shouldn't take it personally here.
Folded to the big blind, Max Semph.
This guy's trying to fold his way to the final table. Isn't going to happen on my watch.
Back to Mahin.
He plays poker at Grand Falls Casino in Larchwood, Iowa. Their motto, we're not the commerce.
I'm all in.
And he says all in. Back at you, Mark.
Mahin all in for his last 20 big blinds.
Newhouse with a much, much bigger stack. But how much does he feel like risking in this situation?
Well, this would be for more than 1/4 on Mark's stack, and Mark knows he's behind.
And Mark does fold and donates $1 million to the Scott Mahin Poker Fund.
More chips for zip code 57025.
A nice bump to his stack without a flop. Vicki Morgan, Scott's fiance, loves it. Up to 16th place.
Hey, Brian Davis, I want you to wear one of them. Yeah, that one won't fit.
Scott Mahin soaking this experience in. Scooby-Doo isn't on his rail, but everyone in Elk Point, South Dakota is.